There we go. There we go. Think I was muted. Welcome, my viewers and subscribers, to another live show. It's indeed a pleasure to be talking with you guys once again. A couple of things we want to get through in this one. Uh, 1 hour to get through all of what we need to get through. West Indies going up against South Africa in short order. Going to talk about that. Also going to take a look at other test cricket being played around the world. We see England and New Zealand doing their thing. We see Australia and India doing their battle. For the football lovers, gonna talk a little bit of Premier League. So Manchester United lifting the Carabao Cup earlier today. So quite a few things to talk about, man. Just take your time and come in, my peeps. As I said, if you have not yet subscribed, just hit that subscribe button as you enter. All right, blessings. Scabby, good night. Crick lover, blessings. All right, so today is what, the 26th. Tomorrow is the 27th, and I think the first game starts on the 28th, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be what? First game would be what? About Tuesday. So we are going to talk about possible playing 11, talk about the squad, some tactics that we probably need to instill to try and pull off a victory. Quite a few things to talk about, my peeps. So just make sure that you are ready to comment, and I am definitely going to be reading all your comments. So just go ahead and just go ahead and talk so I can hear what you are saying. All right. Anthony in the place. Bless up, Anthony. Anthony, bless up. All right. All right, let me see. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the West Indies squad so I can remind you guys of the squad, and you can give me your playing 11 that you are going to work with. No, it makes no sense. We talk about guys that are not there. Makes no sense. We talk about players that are not there. We just can select a playing 11 from the squad that is there. Yes, Cabby. Hope we can handle South Africa. It's gonna be difficult, but hopefully, we will be able to pull through. So we have Jermaine. Just to remind you of the squad: Jermaine Blackwood, Craig Brathwaite, Tej Narayan Shandapal, Alec Arthanes, Jason Hola, Kyle Mayers, Raymond Reefa, Raston Chase, Devon Thomas, Joshua De Silva, Akeem Jordan, Gudikish Moti, Kemar Roach, and Shannon Gabriel. So those are the players that we will have to select our playing 11 from. Would have loved Arthanes to get a play, but he didn't play the warm-up because apparently he reached South Africa late. I haven't seen anything official, but that is what I hear quite a few people saying, that he actually reached South Africa late. Doubt it was any fault of his own. Probably had to do with them organizing the flight, putting everything together in time for him, putting everything together for him to get there and to settle in and to play. More than likely it was that. But I personally would put him in, I would put him in. You bring a batsman, an informed batsman in the regional championship cannot match up to the South Africa team that you're going to play. But you bring an informed batsman, you give him some time in the nets, give him some time out there, and let the man go and bat. You want specialist batsmen to play. And we have a lot of all-rounders in the team right now. If we lose, it will be close, says Scabby. All right. Elroy, blessings. So, those are the players that they have to select from. As I said, the Blackwood, the Brathwaite, Shandapal, Arthanes, Hola, Mayers, Reefa, Chase, Thomas, Jordan, Joseph Moti, Roach, and Gabriel. So they just need to select a balanced team, a team that will be able to go out there and fight, you understand? You know, just need that. Sachin, blessings, Sachin. Australia women team win the ICC T20 World Cup for the 6th time. Yeah, man, I actually saw the thing that they won, Shakir. I was tuned into the Premier League and to the Carabao Cup, Manchester United versus versus Newcastle. So I didn't really pay attention to the cricket. Yeah. Happy Sunday, Winston King. Happy Sunday, blessings. Yeah. So, those are the players that we have to select from. They are already there in South Africa. So, how can we set up a winning team? How can we set up a team that will go out there, play fearless cricket, see off the main bowlers, and then allow the middle order to settle in. Because as you can imagine, let me just take a quick look back at the South Africa squad. Let me just take back a look at the South Africa squad. They have quite a few guys there that are expected to give us some trouble. Marco Jensen, don't take him lightly. Young left arm fast bowler, very good. He is there. Rabada is there. I think Nakia, let me see if Nakia is in the squad. Bavu, Mazuri, Jensen, Mola Collison. Yeah, Nakia is there. Rabada. I don't see Ngidi. But the aim will be for the batsmen, Tejnara and Shandapal, Craig Brathwaite, the rest of the top order to really see off the opening pair. You know, they're probably going to give you maybe 5 or maybe 8 overs each on the track. You understand? If so much. They probably give you 8 over each or probably 6 each. You know, so that is 12 or 2 8s, probably 16 overs. Though they were going to go 16 straight, they probably give you 6 each, you know, and then they change around. So the first goal or the first aim should be to see off those new bowlers. Their opening spell, make sure they don't get any wicket. You want to try and score some runs, but at the same time, you don't want to be too careless. Real Madrid defeat Barca early this week, 5-2. Barca still leading the table. What are we going to do with the express pace of South Africa? Can we deal with Nakia and Rabada? It's definitely going to be tough. It's going to be tough, Sachin. Going to be tough, but as I was saying just now, Brathwaite and Tejnara and Shandapal will have to find a way to deal with it. It's going to be rough. Boy, I tell you, I can't tell you say we're going to handle them too well at all. I am even more. I'm not to say more worried about Jensen, but his left arm, he's bowling left arm pace, not as quick as Nakia, but he gets the ball to move around just to see him. Has his own pace. So definitely somebody that we need to think about also. Why is Shannon in the ODI team? He lacks control and bowls too many no balls. All right, Kermit. So Shannon Gabriel is in the ODI team because of his performance in the Super 50, the last staging of his Super 50. I think he was probably joint or the second leading wicket taker, if I'm not mistaken. Did not play in the final against Jamaica, or did he play but he wasn't able to bowl out? Don't remember. I think he got injured in the semi-final, so Jamaica didn't have him to deal with too much in the final. So that is probably why you don't remember, because through the rest of the tournament, apart from the final, Shannon Gabriel was heads and shoulder above most of the other bowlers in the region. Crick Lover says my 11. Craig, Tejnara, Reefa is going Thomas or Arthanes, Chase, Blackwood, Kyle Mayers, Holder, Da Silva, Gabriel, Alzari, and Moti. All right, I hear you. So you're going with 2 pacers, Gabriel and Alzari, Jason Holder, the second change, and then probably Kyle Mayers. Okay. All right, I hear you. I hear you. You're leaving out Roach. All right. Whenever Blackwood back is against the ropes, he always produce an innings that will save him for the next match or two. Yeah, man, he usually gets a 40 or a 50. And but generally speaking, still it's really sad. But Brathwaite is the only person outperforming Blackwood, well, Tajan coming in now. Blackwood is he's always scoring a little runs here and there. My thing is, as a specialist batsman, I want you to be scoring centuries. The last time I used specialist batsman on Blackwood's name, people was to ask, what type of specialist batsman is he? But if you are not an all-rounder and you did make the team as a wicket keeper or a bowler, then you are in the team as a specialist batsman. Whether or not you show that you're a specialist is a different case. Good night, sports to the bone. You see what I'm talking about. Hetmyer choose IPL franchise over his country team and club. That is showing no interest in West Indies team. Again, it's a shame. Jacobs, as I said, we are probably the only ones that are worried about this situation. Hetmyer is the man, or Hetmyer is in a position to change or to make to change the situation, and he's not doing it. So that is where he's heading, and that going to make it seems as if CWI they are the easiest to deal with, but we see his mind is probably already made up, and the cricket was here before him, and it will be here after him. It's just really sad that such a talented player we're not able to get him, but the cricket will continue. West Indies success depends on the two opening pair. If South Africa get early breakthrough, West Indies will be in trouble. And I 100% agree. 100% agree with that. I think the batting will be the main difference between the teams. Our bowlers can hold their own. We need the extra batsman can play chase, Reefer, Hola, and Mayers. All right. Brathwaite, Shandapal, Arthanes, Reefer, Blackwood, Mayers, Da Silva, Hola, Joseph, Roach, Gabriel, and Moti. Doesn't sound like a bad team. My playing 11 says AS, Brathwaite, Shandapal, Reefer, Arthanes, Blackwood, Da Silva, Kyle Mayers, Gabriel, Joseph, Roach, and Jordan. This looks like the team that I would go close to. The only difference is that going up against South Africa, I need my experienced bowler there. Jason Hola will play for me. I want to see Hakeem Jordan, but he's not going to play over Jason Hola for me. The more I watch West Indies cricket, the more questions I have than answers. Like, why was Lewis dropped from the T20 team? Where did Chase come from all of a sudden? Where is Moti, who has a 16.8 average? Sachin, these are some good questions, You see, these are some good questions. In terms of Evan Lewis, I don't know if it's a problem with him and the selectors, but these are strange times because he shouldn't have made the World Cup team. He wasn't playing any cricket. He left the IPL unfit. They played him in the World Cup, and we see how that went. And all of a sudden, after the World Cup, he's no longer there. And as I said, Chase, just out of the blues, is in the team. In terms of Moti not being in the ODI squad, I can understand. I can understand that because it's hard. Akeal Hosein is definitely going to be in the squad. Hasn't outperformed Moti in the Super 50, but based on his performances at the international level, Akeal Hosein will play. And Yannick Correa, he did well in the ODI series that he got. The Chase selection, though, is definitely a mystery in the ODI team. I couldn't tell you. I can't tell you. Marco Jensen will be the bowler to watch. He has a mean side to him and be a handful. Exactly. My 11, Craig, Tage, Reefer, Blackwood, Mayers, Silva, Chase, Hola, Moti, Joseph, Gabriel. All right. Why is Shepherd in the ODI and T20 team? I guess there's not a lot of all-rounders out there. You see how they are selecting the ODI and the T20 teams, pure all-rounders. I personally believe that ODIs and T20 and Test cricket, you need genuine bowlers and genuine batsmen, but that's not the way how it's going. Will they leave out Motie and play the extra batsman or go with 4 pace, Ola, Shannon, Joseph, Roach? And they can't leave out Motie. They have to play Motie, man. Unless they're going to give you some stupid or some weird excuse saying that based on the pitch, they're going to just go straight pace and use Chase as the spinning all-rounder. But you need a genuine spinner in the team. They need to stop the foolishness and play the man. They need a genuine spinner in the team. They need a spinner in the team. All right, AS. I think Brooks, as a touch player, would do well with the pace, not looking to overhit the ball. I mean, Brooks is there and thereabout, especially in the ODI setup. Hasn't really done much at the test level. He will have to work to get back in. Mr. Lover says, listen, Brathwaite, Shandapur, Reefer, Blackwood, Arthur Nays, Da Silva, Holder, or Mayers, Motie, Joseph, Jordan, and Gabriel. So quite a few people dropping the most experienced pacer in Kemar Roach, and they are ifing and butting between Mayers and Holder. I hear you. Sports of the Bone, I think that Roach and Gabriel should play their last test tour. I hear you. Sports of the Bone, I saw your rankings video. Tej barely has a few innings under his name and already surpassed some of the guys. If he has a good series, might be second highest ranked West Indies batsman. Yeah, it's all about consistency and the amount of runs you put up and the not outs based on the the amount of games that you would have played. So Tej has like maybe, I don't know, 8 innings, I guess, or something like that. Probably 8. Let me see. How many did he get in Australia? Two, probably 8 or so innings, if I'm not mistaken. And he's, all he needs to do is just continue working. And, I hear Roddy Eswick will be the new head coach after Andre Coley leaves. What you just say? What are you saying? Where you guys hear all of these stories? This man said, I hear Roddy Eswick will be the new head coach after Andre Coley leaves South Africa tour. Where you guys hear all of them things? I mean, if they kept him on as a bowling coach, I wouldn't have knocked the idea any at all, but I can understand them wanting to move on from the whole Phil Simmons, reign. But I would be surprised to see him back at the helm like that. Good night. Big up Sports of the Bone. I want to hear your take on what Carty, Yannick, what was done to get a place in both the ODI and T20 side. It makes no sense. All right, so Yannick Carey, as I said, the last couple of ODIs that he would have played, he showed enough work. In terms of Carty, I guess they are looking for a batsman that will look to bat out 50 overs. Not necessarily just come and hit 3 or 2 sixes and get out, but people that will settle down and bat. Casey Carty's strike rate is low, but if you can get somebody like a Carty, a Brandon King, and these guys in the ODI team, you're probably closer to batting out 50 overs. And that's something that we have struggled with. I'm considering Thomas over a bowler. All right. If you have a regular job, when you will want to work, when you will dress him with your presence, life isn't like that. Ola, if you have a regular job, you can't tell your employer when you will want to work and when you will grace him with your presence. Life is like it isn't like that. It needs to go. But that is the thing. You have to look at it and know that it's not a regular work for him and he's not under contract. The reason why we are looking at it in black and white is because we are supporters. We do our own work to earn our money, and we're just supporting, and we believe these guys should be die-hearted West Indies fans, and nothing else should come up over it. It doesn't work like this. These are the same people that did not offer him a contract. Having said that, he needs to do what he needs to do to get the contract. But we have to remember them things, you know. Sports Bone, why they won't use Moti in ODI squad. As I said earlier, Yannick Karaya is in the ODI squad, would have proven his worth, and then you already have Akil Hussein. So I'm not too sure if you need 3 spinners in the squad. Is Oshane Thomas alive? What's the latest with our fast bowler? I can't give you no information where Oshane is concerned. I have no idea what's happening with him. Evan Lewis is not in form and is different headspace. He will come back later in the year. Yeah, he's not in form and not in the right headspace. Yeah, he will come back when it's closer to World Cup. Eh? One thing with Sheldon, when Sheldon talking, you sure believe that Sheldon talk to all of these players every day. Listen to this. Sheldon said Lewis is not in form and is I think he's saying in a different headspace. He will come back later in the year. Why Sheldon, you are the best. Sheldon is the best. Why is Chase so highly thought of? I was watching the warm-up match and noticed that Chase came on as the first change after the opening bowlers. I probably maybe the captain saw something and thought that the spinner would get something out of the pitch. My Winston says my playing 11: Tage, Brathwaite, Chase, Blackwood, Mayers, Da Silva, Holder, Joseph, Gabriel, and Moti, says Winston King. All right, Winston, I hear you. Was listening to a video with a few South Africa sports personnel, and even they were worried about Moti and the trouble he may cause for the South Africa batsmen. They were pretty impressed with him. Yeah, man, Moti. I am hoping that Moti will do his thing. How many different types of balls can Moti bowl? I've only seen 2 variations. Most spinners, though, most spinners are probably will bowl 3 max. They will probably master 2 and then bowl 3 max. Most spinners, apart from the average arm ball that will go straight, they will probably have 2 variations that they are confident in. So I hear, yes, it is true. Really, Roddy Estwick will be the new head coach. All right, I hear you. I can't confirm it because I don't see anything where that is concerned. Is it better to select experienced mediocre batsmen or risk it by playing new guys who look in good form? My thing. My thing is to go with the players that are in form. So there's no way I'm going to say that because a man is young, you should not use him over an experienced player. I always go with the man in form, but I am thinking, I don't know if based on the fact that we don't have a Jaden Seals, we don't know how fit Roach is. I don't know if I want to leave out Joseph and hold and play Jordan, but I see a reasoning still in. I definitely see the reasoning. Roddy Estwick is a good man, but coaching has passed him by. I see this guy, Kevlin Anderson, making some runs. He made some runs in Trinidad Club Cricket and 194 today for Berbice in the Guyana County Championship. Think we will see him in the Harpy Eagles squad. He's the guy. He's one of the guys that Sarwan was really upset about that didn't get into the Guyana Harpy Eagles squad. The Adams, Anderson, and the spinner Adams. I think those are 2 of the guys that Sarwan, was really complaining about, saying they should have made the Guyana Harpy Eagles squad. Yeah, I noticed that Anderson is making some runs, man. Desmond Haynes is Chase Godfather. Quality cricket start from schools. Until then, we can talk. I really hope we give Moti a long run in the test team. I'm concerned with Holder and Mayers in the top 7. All right. Chase should not be in the team because he is more of a batsman than a bowler. All right. Lewis did not even put his name in the IPL draft. Did you not find that strange? He is looking into business apparently. Well, a man probably know why. A man probably know why he's not going to put his name there, You know, but I hear you. It's always good to look into business. Dessert Rose, maybe try something else. Dessert, maybe try something else. Sheldon, nobody cares about Lewis. Year in, year out. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm saying, Dessert. Try something else. Sports at the Bone, please give your opinion on JCA organization and leadership. Man, Elroy, this is something that I have spoken about on quite a few occasions. I am not a big fan of the president of Jamaica's Cricket Association. Think Billy Heaven is still the man at the helm. I mean, I am not there now, but there's not a lot of opportunity. There's not a lot of cricket being played. The others, you know, these guys are in charge of developing cricket in the country, not only getting a good Jamaica team together, but it is under their umbrella to make sure that high schools, primary school, all of these things, you know, cricket is being played, and most of the other sports they are dominating. Track and field, football, but even basketball. All of these sports they have surpassed cricket in Jamaica, you know. So, in terms of, I haven't been there for a little while, but in terms of the whole leadership and thing where JCA is, I am not impressed. I am not impressed at all. Sports at the Bone, I see Bill Heaven, you're a fellow Jamaican, maybe front runner for the upcoming CWI election, received nomination from Guyana and Jamaica. You see, that is the thing. These guys have their friends, and what is he going in there to do? What is he going in there to do? I can't tell you anything that this man has done where Jamaica cricket is concerned. You know, I can't tell you. You know. Anderson bats like Charles. Narayan is in Trinidad playing club cricket while Hetty is sitting out. Sports at the Bone, do you think that Brathwaite and Shonda Paul are the next Haynes and Gordon Greenwich as test owners? I am not too sure if I understand what you mean if they are the next, but in terms of quality, I am thinking they probably can give us, you know, some good opening stance. They would have scored 300 and odd the other day, the highest ever opening partnership for us, which is good. But, you know, a man making his debut, just making his debut, and a man who has been playing for a while that is still averaging in the mid-30s. Not saying I don't appreciate Brathwaite. You know, Brathwaite over the last probably 18 months is averaging probably 50 or 60, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not saying I don't appreciate these guys, but, you know, Desmond Haynes and Greenwich is different level, man, different levels. Keith says commentators John Arlott and Brian Johnson would be surprised. Don't know what he's talking about. Suppose. Not what are you talking about, Keith? Did you know Desmond Haynes is Kimo Pon nephew? Will know you. Oh, yeah, okay. I had no idea. Sports at the Bone. Tina looked good in the 60s, in the senior 60. Yeah, she looked good in a Sheldon. She won last night at the National Stadium. Yeah, man, earlier in the season, quite a few people were saying that, you know, she was looking heavy. But those who understand track and field will know that in the early part of your season, the athlete is loaded. When you say loaded, the athlete will look sluggish and thinking about as they start to offload and start to work on certain things, they start looking faster. You know, but she looked good. She looked good. It's going to be tough at the senior level, but she's looking good. Brathwaite, Shonda Paul, Reefa, Blackwood, Mayers, Holder, Da Silva, Joseph, Moti, Roach, Gabriel, says Joseph. All right. Not bad, not bad. Sports at the Bone. Do you see anyone of Jordan or Arthur is playing? I don't think they will for at least the first test. Between Roach or Gabriel will be very tough to choose. I would go with Gabriel. So to talk about those two that you just between Gabriel and Roach, it's hard to not to select Roach, but the fact that we would have heard them saying that they select Gabriel because they think his pace and his ability to take wickets early you know, they are going to need that up front. Not saying Roach is not capable of taking wickets early, but I think they're always going to go for the pace, probably over. You know, if I have my way, I would go with both of them. You know, but you know, in terms of Arthur Nez, no, I want to see Arthur Nez play, but I'm thinking that, you know, Reefer and Thomas, they have been in and around the squad for a while, so we might see Devon Thomas getting a look in, but I want to see Arthur Nez especially play. Jordan probably will not play in the first test. Remember the days of Courtney Walsh and Brian Lara? Yeah, good days. Oh, so we have Tina and Tia. Remember, they are twins. I think it was probably Tia that what I don't remember which one of them won, but the one that is always dominating. English commentators John Arlott and Brian Johnson will be surprised of the standard of the West Indies. Will be surprised of the standard of West Indies cricket today. All right, Keith, I hear you. Sports to the bone. Harry Brook is a madman. He and Root lifted England from 21 for 3-man strikes at over 100 in tests. Yeah, man, Harry Brook is definitely, I see Supernova say he's probably the second coming of Dan Bradman. Don't know about that, but he's definitely good. He's extremely good. Yeah, man, he's good. Past Brian, Lara, Shivnar, and Shandapar present. Darren Bravo, Tejner, and Shandapar. All right, we can't leave out Roach out of our test playing 11. That is the thing, Rajay. Roach was injured against Australia, right? And then he wasn't dominant against Zimbabwe. So it's as if we don't remember that Roach is an integral part of the bowling lineup. I don't know how we're going to do it, but going up against South Africa, we need. This is probably how I see it going. Alzarri Joseph, Gabriel, Roach, and Jason Holder. I want to see Jordan in, but I think I'm going to go with these guys in the first test. That is probably how I do it. England has Brazil, West Indies. England has England has Bazball, West Indies has Tejball. Would more likely to be Brathball. Brathwaite has been the man holding the thing. For those selecting Roach, he struggled versus Zimbabwe, warm-up and test, and in South Africa, warm-up. I would choose Jordan to work the first change with Joseph and Gabriel. I hear you still, you know. I hear you. 7.2 is no joke. Shelly and Brian are not running that time yet. And funny enough, she's never really a strong starter, you know, Sheldon. She's usually, even in her champs days, you know, not saying that she don't usually get good starts, but generally speaking, in her champs days, she usually start coming through in like 60, 70 meters and just blow the field away. So to see her getting these sort of starts, you know, very good. If we are discussing athletics, then Julian Alfred needs a mention because she ran 6.97 yesterday. She's from St. Lucia. I think I saw this on Coach's Decks platform, you know. I think I saw this. That is insane time, man. That is definitely insane time, Supernova. 6.97 this early in the season. That is good time. Roach record overseas is terrible, says Winston. All right, what time will the test start? 4:30. So, no, not 4:30. 3 a.m. Based on what I am seeing here, it will start the 28th at 3 a.m. All right, Sports to the Bone. Do you think Holder should bat above Da Silva? Don't think so. Da Silva have more guts. What's your opinion? So it depends on the situation. You know, it depends on the situation. But I don't have a problem with Da Silva batting in front of Holder. You understand? We know what Holder can do, but over the last couple of years, we haven't really seen much from him with the bat. You know, hopefully that half century that he got the other day is a return to form. But Joshua Da Silva, generally speaking, you know, will occupy the crease and will score runs. So I don't have a problem with him batting in front. Sports to the Bone, here's the correction. Kimo Paul and Haynes are not related. All right, Salman. I didn't believe it. You know, I saw somebody writing that there, but I actually didn't believe it. So that's why I blew over it that fast. That is something that we probably would have heard. If he was his nephew, we probably would have heard that. So that's why I didn't even spend much time on that. Look how Sports to the Bone going to make people think I'm serious, but seriously thought he's having one of the greatest start to Test career. I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, probably not the second coming, but you're spot on though. You're spot on in terms of the start. The man has like 5 centuries in 9 innings. Maybe I'm mistaken. You can correct me, Supernova, but the man has probably 5 centuries in 9 or 10 innings. I don't remember seeing anything like that. I can't remember seeing anything like that. You understand? I can't remember seeing anything like that. Or at least for a long, long time. Jordan is the second test. Okay, he's in the second test for me. I see Harry Brook as the next player to get Brian Lara's test batting record. Oh boy. We already start giving him the batting record and all of that. Let him play a couple more series, man. Let him play a few more series. Remember, let him play a few more series. Also, it's sweet feeling seeing the team finally lift a trophy since 2017. Don't mind, it's a small trophy. A trophy is a trophy. Brother, right now, you have to win something before you can win something big. Here, a trophy is a trophy. The last one was the Europa League when we had Jose Mourinho. We had the likes of Zlatan, Pogba, and all of those guys in the team. So it's good. It's good. You know, we didn't play good in the final, but you know, Casemiro and that own goal after Marcus Rashford strike was good. It's good. It's a start. Glad to see that Silva and Hola hit some form in the warm-up. Hope it translates to the 2 tests. Yeah. Sports to the Bone, I think Pocket Rocket should break Oti records for both World Championship and Olympics. What record is that? What record is that, Salman? Remind me of the record. Which one of the records? Roach is struggling right now. He doesn't have the pace and lacks control. His age is showing, says Winston. All right. Alfred, okay, also won the 200-meter finals along with the 60 meters. I'm trying to remember where, if she's attending a high school out there or a university. I don't remember, you know. Sports to the Bone, how will you bowl your bowlers them? So it goes without saying, say for example, I have Gabriel, Alzari, Jason, and Roach, just for argument's sake. Then I personally want to see Alzari open the innings, but looking at the experience and the lead of the attack, if Shannon Gabriel is fit, he's definitely going to open. He's going to bowl the first over, and he's going to share that. Well, they have separate new balls, so Gabriel and Alzari will open, and then if I have Roach and Jason Hola, Roach would be the second change, and then probably Hola further down. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't work with Alzari either, because for some reason these guys don't like to give him the new ball. Australia getting dismissed for under 100 by India after referring to West Indies as club cricketers is the definition of poetic justice, could end up getting whipped 4-0 as well. You're spot on. You're definitely spot on. Roach is not doing well away from home. We should keep him for our home series. All right. How many likes do we have there? Like up the video. We have 149 viewers. How many likes do we have? We're more than halfway through the program. How many likes do we have? All right. Yeah. Sports to the Bone. Dexter, blessings. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Hoping to see Tage get another half century or a century versus South Africa. Well, I hope for original, hopefully it's a century still, because how I'm seeing things these days, if the openers don't go out and score runs, it's difficult for this West Indies batting lineup. Okay. Also, is the Australian women's team the most dominant cricket team of all time? I think they have won like 6 out of the 80-20 women's title and been in 7 finals. Yeah, they definitely um have won 6. Not too sure how many finals though, but they definitely, you know, they have 6. So you probably can say that, yes. Probably can say that. Oh, LSU, Louisiana State University. Okay. I still think Hope should be in the test side. He is much better than number 3 Reefer. And Anderson, all he needs to do is to show that and get in the team. It is simply, Colin. I understand, because Hope would have shown at the test level that he has the ability to score runs. He was scoring runs. For the 100th time, I'm going to say this. He was scoring runs. Then he hit a poor form. They drop him. Then they brought him back. He hit a poor form. They drop him. And he has decided not to play or to make any, well, he hasn't decided not to score runs in the 4-day. It's just that he hasn't really scored. And then he's not playing in the 4-day regional tournament now to fight for the spot. He's playing in the Pakistan Super League. So, we see where the priorities are right now. University with the bull. All right. Harry Brook is indeed special. However, I need to see him bat against Australia and South Africa's bowling attacks. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. LSU, Louisiana State University. Good night, sports. My first choice, Brathwaite, Tage, Shandapal, Mayers, Holder, Da Silva, Chase, Moti, Joseph, Gabriel, Blackwood, Jordan, or Roach. All right, I hear you. Sports and Bone, why was Sinclair dropped? Based on the Super 50, he did better than Correa, and Correa didn't do anything much in the last series he played. Maybe the extra batting. I mean, he didn't bowl the team down or anything, but I think Correa will give you 10 overs for 30-odd runs, probably take 1 or 2 wickets, and then, he will give you some batting. But as you are saying, and he's not in as a frontline spinner. I think Akil is there as a frontline spinner, so probably they sort of lean to that side, maybe. Sports of the Bone, Curtly Ambrose still hurt with the semi-final play in 1990. That is player who have more compassion for their team or passion. That's what we need in 21st century. All right. I think they went with Correa because he scored runs in ODI plus being very economic. Yeah. See, as I was saying, they don't have 2 new balls for a test. I guess my cricket knowledge is failing me. Even yesterday, I went ahead and put up a video talking about Alzarri Joseph being from Barbados. So I guess that is my knowledge failing me again, mixing it up with white ball cricket. Sports and Bone, I refer to the record is not the most medals for I refer to the record is the most medal for Jamaica. Oh, okay. I think he's talking about Shelly and Merlin. Tej already gave us sweet memories for 2023. Time for someone else to score 100. Holder, Blackwood, Reefer, Chase, any one of them need 100 versus South Africa. I agree. You want your top order to be scoring runs, yes, consistently, but as you said, the top order and the middle order needs to be scoring hundreds also. How many likes we have on the video? Like up the live, guys. 167 people watching. Won't take a lot out of you just to hit that like button. Come on, man. Hit that like button, my peeps. It's time for Holder to step up his game. He has to come good with both bat and ball in this series. Agree. Hope is showing that he can play T20 and probably wants to make the West Indies team there. He does not seem as if he wants to play Test. Okay. Sports about how do you see us progressing to the World Cup? In terms of the we're gonna have to play qualification, man. We're definitely gonna have to go through qualification. Not too sure if this squad that if the core of the players that they have will be able to go down into quarterfinal or anything like that, but hopefully we'll be able to go through the qualifiers and get into the World Cup. But I don't see us doing anything special. I don't see us doing anything special. The same players are hanging around, and you know, I don't see us doing anything special. Sports about how Vinci not get a match is because we don't have the RS review and floodlights. I mean, if it's not a day and night match, if it's not day and night cricket, then I think they probably don't need the floodlights, you know. um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know at all. I don't know. When it comes on to CWI and thing, I don't know. I saw them saying the other day that the defending champions Barbados didn't get any game in this thing there, because not the West in the championship, because of flight problem. Barbados, which is a part of the Caribbean, they say they didn't have any flight. I don't know. When it comes down to CWI, they give us mysteries every day. I don't know. They could have put Obed McCoy on the 50 over side. They keep him back from being better by just letting him play T20s alone. I mean, maybe it has something to do with him not being able to bowl 10 overs, probably. Maybe he doesn't trust his body. I don't know if I should even say that, because these guys, when they are playing T20 cricket, they play T20 cricket today, they play a next game tomorrow, they skip a day and they play again. So don't know if that's a lot, that's a whole lot of work on his body, you know, because in ODI cricket I can bowl 5 overs and then probably rest and come back and bowl 5. But you know, Hope is not a number 3 test batsman. He has proven it. Reefer don't look like a number 3 batsman, but he could surprise us. Steve Smith started as a number 8 batsman. Now he is best Australia batsman. Yeah, I think yeah, Steve I think he started batting at number 7, if I'm not mistaken. Bowling leg spin and batting at 7. Could be 8. Yeah. I'm trying to give my final 11, but my comments keep disappearing. I don't know what's going on with your comments. I don't know. I would love to see England West Indies Test series in the Caribbean with all their excitement they have going on now. I don't know. We are always beating them in the Caribbean. Doesn't matter what they're going on with. They come to the Caribbean, they get beaten. Don't know if we would be able to manage the baseball these days. We need Correa in the ODI team because he is a handy batsman and the only decent leg spinner West Indies have right now. West Indies will be playing qualifiers for a long time to come. What's your thought on the 3 games played between South Africa and England? Where South Africa won 2-1. Butler got player of the 3rd match, although Archer took 6 for 40. I don't even remember all of the games. You know, I don't remember all of the games, but I didn't watch the games like that. I looked at bits and pieces and was following the score, so I probably wouldn't be able to give you a sensible analysis or anything. All right. To be fair, I hear inter-Caribbean flights fare is way too high, so maybe it's that. Boy, I don't know still in a supernova. I don't know star. It kind of rough still if you know that you win the tournament, and right coming out of the big C, the fans want to come and see the team, the defending champions playing, and they don't get the game. Kind of tough still. I see the Rising Stars doing their thing at the Coolidge, preparing for the next Under-19 World Cup. 2 a.m. for the rest of the Caribbean. All right, I think he's talking about the test. I understand giving Yannick a try in the ODI, but the T20, no, he not a T20 player. Also, Carty, Mr. Sports to the Bone. I think I spoke on this already. 4 a.m. for the Eastern Caribbean. Oh, okay. I see CPL set for August, sometime around September 24. All right, so Supernova, as we are coming to a close, is giving his playing 11. Tage, Craig, Reefer, Blackwood, Chase, Mayers, Da Silva, Holder, Moti, Joseph, Gabriel. All right, so that is your team. Not bad, not bad. So the bowlers will be Gabriel and Joseph to open, I assume. Then his second change will probably be Holder and Mayers, and then he has his spinners. All right, not too bad. Tage and Craig up there, Reefer, Blackwood, Chase, Mayers. All right, no Arthanez. So you're playing, all right, you're playing the two spinners. You're playing the two spinners with Chase as a batting all-rounder. All right. West Indies top score, Brathwaite, 230 runs. Shandapal, 250 runs. Blackwood, 150 runs. Bowlers top, Joseph, 8 wickets. Roach, 6 wickets. Moti, 10 wickets. Gabriel, 15 wickets. And Hola, 6. What are you talking about? The South Africa and the India series combined? Jacobs, what are you talking about? The South Africa and the India series combined? The last 3 rounds of regional 4 days set for Trinidad and Guyana. All right, yeah. In the first T20 in Australia, the pitch was offering some turn and Correa was pretty good. All right. Original says, what is our approach when we play qualifiers? Will we play any players that was part of the last year's under 19? I mean, in terms of building towards the future, you would want to see that. But some of these under 19 players, they would need to probably get themselves established. Not too sure if they did enough or they would, they are doing enough to get in. But building towards the future, you would want to see some of them really coming around, yes. But I am assuming that's going to be the same core of the players that you see the name in the squad, in the white ball squad. Also, New Zealand have taken some beatings from India and England recently. Wonder if the players getting a bit old over there. Well, I don't know about to come from to do that well in the World Test Championship and then just get beaten left, right, and center. It's really rough. Kane Williamson is usually holding the team together. He's not scoring a lot of runs. He's out of form these days, so that is also a big problem. Sports Bone, I think Shandapal will score a double century again. That would be good. The South Africa only, all right. Mackay, Kemo Paul, Shemar Ola are all feeble players and can't stay healthy long enough to get selected. There goes a good statement. All right, bro. When Mr. Harper was chairman of selector, the Guyana players could not make the team. No, they're blaming Haynes. All right. I'm surprised Arthanez didn't get a call up for the ODI squad. It baffles me also. He did well in the Super 50. I think he started off the Super 50 with 2 centuries, and then he didn't necessarily dominate throughout. But I was thinking that even if he didn't get a look in the test, they probably would use him in the ODIs. But no, it go. Good night, Sports to the Bone. I keep missing your live. Almost missed this one. Well, we have run about 7 minutes remaining. I am about to open it now. So Mr. Lover, I think he's in the background, can come on. We start at 6, man. We start at 6 every Sunday. Good night, Sports. Okay. Why Sinclair not in the squad? So as I said earlier, it would be a toss-up between between those other spinners. It would be a toss-up between Akil Hussain and Yannick Correa to get in. Sports Bone, Sarwan calling out the Guyana for fitness. All right, so we spent most of the time reading comments today. Have 5 minutes remaining on the show. Mr. Lover, he has been here for a little while. Let us hear what Mr. Lover has to say. Blessings, Mr. Lover.
Blessings. You can hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear.
All right. Let me just say this. The match is on Tuesday morning. I'm anxiously waiting to watch it. The 11 I would personally go for. I do not see Myers and Holder playing in the same 11 as well with Reefer. So one of the two, well, 2 of the 3 might have to sit, or maybe just one of the 3. because Reaper did good in the last test series with the 250s. So
Mm-hmm.
he more than likely will stay. So my top seven would look like this. Bradford, Shonda Paul, Reaper. I'm thinking about playing Thomas or Atkins at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Blackwood 5. The Silver 6. Chase 7. Followed by Morty, Joseph, Jordan, and Gabriel.
Mm.
I
So
think
no
Holder.
Roach,
No,
no
no, Roach.
Holder.
No Roach. Holder, I'm thinking about either playing him or leaving him out. If I play Holder, I'm going to be tempted to leave out Thomas or Reaper out of the 11.
Mm.
If Reaper's in
Uh,
the team, he can also bowl. So if not, ask him out of the team.
who Reefer?
Yeah.
Reefer, but I mean he's not the prettiest batting at number 3, but I think he has gotten a few scores recently playing there, so I'm not too sure if they're going to change up the number 3 spot right now.
The
But
best option if you want Reaper to play to me is to move him down the order by a spot or two. Put him at 4 or 5. More than
why?
likely
Why though? So who's gonna bat at 3?
at number 3, I would bring in Devon Thomas or Alec Atkins.
But I mean, Reefer they have been experimenting with him at 3, so why not keep him at 3 and bring Thomas or at 4 or Arthanes? Why would you move him from 3?
Unless Sage and Bradford get a good start, I do not trust Reefer against the new ball.
Oh, so the new ball is he worried about him facing the new ball?
Yeah. And with South Africa coming with pace and bounce and coming with
Mm.
balls like shoulder height and so on, I more think Thomas will be the better guy to get us off aggressively like a Harry Brook type player.
You couldn't have used another example, Mr. Lover. Why you had to go Harry Brook?
The only other option would go for a Johnny Basco.
Use another option. Use somebody, man, say Harry Brook, man.
But
I hear
on
you.
a serious note, Kyle
Mm.
Mayers, if he get the chance to play in the first match, he has to come good. We need to
Mm-hmm.
see at least another century or double century or century and a half from him in this series. If not, I don't think he'll be playing at home for India series.
But the same almost can be said of Hola based on what I hear you guys saying.
Exactly. To me, Paul should retire from red ball cricket and focus on the white ball format.
You think we have that richness to get rid of him now? I mean, he's not in the greatest of form, but you sure want
Well,
him to just step away and not fight for his spot? Like,
well, the thing is, Kyle Myers has been outperforming him. But
mm-hmm.
just in the warm-up game, this warm-up game just gone, it looks like it's starting to reverse now, where Myers is not performing that good, and Holder
Mm-hmm.
just made a 50. So,
Mm. Well, it rough, it rough living through this squad to really select a playing 11. But I hear you.
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
another option too is leave out Watson Chase out of the 11 and use Moti as a prime spinner. But the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
Chase was made 80 something and a 70 something. So, what do we do?
That is the problem. Are you selecting Chase as a batsman or as a bowler? Because excuse me, we only need one spinner right now. Are you selecting him as a batsman or as a bowler?
And on that note, one
Mm-hmm.
of either Myers or Holder must hold the bench.
Mm. So is he? Are you? I don't know, because
More
this is
than
the
likely
thing.
they more than likely they won't drop him because of the batting form now. So he more than likely would play in the top 6 as a batting all rounder.
So you're going to drop. You're going to drop either. That means
Myers or Holder would have to
you
take the
have to
bench
drop
for the
Kyle
test
Mears,
match.
RJ Sohola, and
Yeah.
then instead of having an extra seamer who can help out, you're going to have an extra spinner on those in those conditions over there.
So look at it this way now. With Kyle Myers, Reefer, Joseph, Gabriel, and Holder. You have five team options. We do not need that five team options unless you're gonna
Man,
play.
Reefer make the team as a specialist batsman. The man is batting at number 3. So we're
So
talking about Roach.
this
We
is
talk
where I'm
not
going
Roach.
now.
What's his name? Chase. We're
This
talking
is where
about
I'm
how to
going
keep
now.
Chase in the team.
This is where I'm going. If
Mm.
you're playing Reefer as a pure batsman, Myers will have to sit if he's not 100% match fit because I cannot play both Myers and Reefer in the same 11 against
Mm.
South Africa. One of them will have to sit for Chase to play because I
Mm.
know for sure Chase is going to play unless they're going to drop him and keep Myers and Reefer and
All
Fowler.
right. Yeah. So Winston is saying that Chase, he's selecting Chase as a batsman who will bowl a few overs. So that simply means if he's being selected as a batsman, he has to bat in the top 6.
Exactly.
Unless we are selecting 7 batsmen, he will have to bat in the top 6 or the top 5.
So
So that means Kyle Mayers or Jason Ola. That means that Kyle Mayers or Jason Ola cannot play. Well, maybe he's going to bat him at number 3 and not play Reefer then. Maybe that's what are you saying, Winston? Because if he's
so
selecting Chase as a specialist batsman who will bowl a few overs, that means that he's gonna have to bat in the top 5, top 6. Then I guess.
so this is another thing I was looking at while watching
Mm.
the New Zealand England game. Joe Root batting at 4, bowling part time and getting wickets and so on. Can we see or use Ross and Chase in that situation? Though they're two different caliber of players.
Go again.
Looking at Joe Root versus
Mhm.
New Zealand, I saw him batting at a good pace after he's
Mhm.
got a slow start. But can we use Ross and Chase like him?
That is
I
the
know
thing,
it's
you
two
know.
different miles apart, but
I mean, that is the thing, you know. A lot of teams try to do that, and I am sure that is what West Indies is trying to do, but he's just not consistent enough to do that. He will bowl every now and again. He will give you wickets, but he gives away a lot of runs. So the next thing is he going to make the team as a batsman, because the Joe Root situation that you just spoke about, a lot of teams try to do that where they have their specialist batsman holding down the fort with the spin. So I am sure they would want to have somebody like a Chase do that, but is I don't know if the quality is good enough to do something like that.
anyhow, I'm gonna let you go so we can go back and watch the New Zealand England match.
All right, Mr. Lover, blessings, blessings.
Alright.
Oh, I think Jaden is in the background. We're just going to hear what Jaden has to say before we jump out of here. Yes, Jaden.
Good night, Sports to the Bone.
Yeah, Jaden, blessings.
I think we should drop Holder.
Yeah.
You've been hearing me saying it over and over again.
Mm.
Holder has done his job for the test team. Time for you to do the job for the T20 and ODI team.
Mm.
People said Holder has Gary Sobers in his blood.
Go again.
Some people used to say Holder had Gary Sobers in his blood during all his starter career. But Holder has to get ready and retire from Test cricket. His Holder is not in his prime. Holder is 30, but Holder done with Test cricket.
Well, I don't know if we have a luxury to just throw him away like that, but I hear you still. I hear you.
Athanas is the youngest all-rounder right now. So it's time for Athanas to fill up his boots.
No man,
Mayers is 30.
no man, those are two different all-rounders, you know. Those are two different players.
What problem one is West Indies go need somebody. If Fletcher in play for West Indies, we need to find the next Spiceman in Grenada.
Go again.
Who's the next Spiceman to fill up Andrew Fletcher boots from Grenada?
I don't know. I don't know.
Teddy Bishop.
I don't know. I mean, Teddy Bishop did not necessarily set the under 19 World Cup alight. And coming out of the under 19 World Cup, it's going slowly, but slow at a slow pace. So hopefully things will work. Hopefully we'll continue to improve.
If Bishop, I want Bishop in the ODI team.
You want Bishop in the what?
ODI team. Bishop has the ability to bat. And watch him score that 60 against Bangladesh. Bishop could bat.
I mean, a lot of these guys show potential, but can we have all of them in the playing 11? Because I am sure you would want to see Arthanyes in there. I have heard it before. Brandon King, you would like to see King in there. So is it that we are replacing the entire top order to get these guys in?
No. But now is the main thing. Shimron Hetmyer is playing the fool.
Yeah, but Shimron Hetmyer is not the only player in the Caribbean. So if we have to move past him, we move past him. But what you have to look at still, the Super 50 is a lower format of cricket, and Teddy Bishop didn't do much in there for us to pull him in the team.
Right now, Bishop is playing in the 4-day competition.
But you said you want to see him in the ODI team.
Bishop has to use that to get a ODI contract with some country or some franchise. Bishop has to play some 4-day cricket and learn the basics. He could transition from Test to ODI to T20. The one player that showed that was Marlon Samuels and Chris Gayle. Nobody was on the level from transitioning to ODI, from Test to ODI and T20. But Barrett Cole,
the difference is those guys, they had the difference is that those guys had solid background. Well, we're hearing a lot of feedback in there. Those guys had a lot of solid cricket. Marlon Samuels, Chris Gayle, these guys that you're talking about, these guys, the amount of Test cricket and ODI cricket these guys play, that's why they were able to try and they were attacking in nature. Chris Gayle was already attacking in nature when it comes on to play in Test cricket. So that is why these guys went on to dominate. Even if you look over the world, somebody like Brendan McCallum, A.B. de Villiers, all of these guys were attacking in nature. They mastered the art of playing Test cricket and ODI cricket. So it wasn't too difficult for them to come across and play T20 cricket. It's that's the difference with what's happening here with West Indies now. All right, Jaden. So any playing 11? Do you have your playing 11? We're about to hop out.
Yeah. And one more thing. Thank God they dropped Bonner. I want to see that Nokia fight. That would be the nastiest one, probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Bonner would have been able to manage that getting hit again.
My playing 11 is Brathwaite, Chandapal, Rifa, Arthanyes, Blackwood, Mayers. This is the tough part. Da Silva, Chase, Jordan, Moti, and Joseph.
So no Gabriel, no Roach, no Holder.
Well, better actually, I want to drop Blackwood or Rifa. Rifa is somebody. Blackwood is out of form. Blackwood has to score a double century.
Yeah. So hold on, who's gonna bowl? Let's say you're not using Gabriel, Roach, and Holder. Who's gonna bowl?
I go open with Joseph right now and Jordan. But West Indies lose their biggest threat to South Africa, Jaden Seals.
He's not there. But I'm trying to figure out. So Gabriel, Roach, and Holder will sit at the same time. So you have Alzari and Jordan. And who else?
I go put in Gabriel instead of Jordan. Gabriel faster than Roach. But Gabriel's problem right now is his fitness.
Well, we're about to find out how fit he is right now. That has always been an issue.
But
So we're
I
about to
think
see.
West Indies, I think the coach and the management will be happy that Quinton de Kock came there for South Africa to kill them again.
Hmm. Yeah, Quinton is always a problem.
Why South
The,
Africa Jap Rassi Van der Dawson?
huh?
I noticed Rassi Van der Dawson in the side.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, he's not in the squad. All right. All right,
My
Jaden. We
ODI opening is 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 Hope. Well,
the playing
Mayers,
11 for ODI.
Hope, Mayers, Kati. I go put in Brooks ahead of Kati. Then Brandon King at 5, Poran 6, Holder 7, Shepherd 8, Joseph, Gabriel, Karaya, and Hussein.
All right, I hear you. Boy, is really I think we have Puran batting at number 6.
I go use Poran batting lazily. Poran like to be a finisher instead of batting the top order where he's truly belong.
But we don't want any finisher like that. We have if you're going to play Romario Shepherd and probably you don't have him in your team. But if Romario Shepherd and Odin Smith in the team, yeah, those are two guys who would need to bat 10 overs between them. Poor need to stop the foolishness and bat at number 4 and R3 and make runs. He need to stop the foolishness.
I go put King could bat at 6. He comfortable anyway in that top 6.
Mm.
The T20 is with Charles, Mayers, Rifa, King, Poran, Powell, Shepherd, Holder, Joseph, McCoy, Smith, and Karaya.
All right, I hear you. Jaden. On point as usual. Thank you for your contribution, Jaden.
Yeah.
All right. Who else we had on? We had on Mr. Lover. All right, guys. So we are about right there in terms of ending the live show for tonight. I see Sir Ian just coming on. Don't know if he's coming from karaoke, but we are wrapping up now, Sir Ian. Yeah, man, we're gonna leave it right here for tonight. It's definitely was good speaking with you guys. Make sure you hit the like button before you come off. Still 150 odd people on, and we don't even have 50. We don't even have a couple likes. Hit the like button before you leave, man. And you can make sure you stay tuned to the channel tomorrow morning, bright and early. I will be giving you my playing 11. You understand? I'm going to think about it a little bit more, and I'll give you my final playing 11. So thank you to all of those who were able to come on, engage in the comment section. Really appreciate you guys. And yeah, that is basically it for this one. We'll leave it right there. J-Con music is on right when we're about to leave. Calling out Blackwood again. All right, Tyrell. Hopefully we'll see Blackwood, the vice captain, getting some runs in the first test. So we're gonna leave it right here for now. Thank you guys for the support. Remember, if you have not yet subscribed, just hit that subscribe button. Blessings.